Nice, simple review finding slope. Right? If I'm looking at a graph, what method can I use to find the slope on a graph? Do you guys remember what it's called? Yeah, Tyler? Rise over run, right? Rise over run, which is just my change in y divided by my change in x. All right, now this is like super math 7 review, so we're not going to look at a graph and figure out how to do that. We should already know how to find the slope from a graph. I just want to write that down just so we don't forget. If I want to find the slope from 2 points, right, let's say I give you a line that goes through the points -6, oops, that's a 2, -6, comma 2, and 4, -2. What method might I want to use, Alex, to find the slope there?
y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1.
Right, and what do we call that? Slope formula. Great job. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Right, so we'll plug in. This is x1, y1, x2, y2. I'll plug in -2 minus 2 over 4 minus -6. What would my numerator be when I subtract those two? Yeah.
-4.
Okay, what would my denominator be?
10.
Perfect. What's -4 over 10? What does that simplify to? -2/5, right? So we get -4 over 10, which is equal to -2/5. Okay, we want to make sure we always simplify our slopes, right? Again, the final is multiple choice, so it's not really going to be an issue whether you simplify or not. If you don't simplify and you don't see that answer choice, you probably should simplify, right? Pretty self-explanatory. Any questions on that, finding slope? Okay. Pretty easy, right? This is, again, Math 7 review for the most part. Let's talk about intercepts. Intercepts. All right. If I want to find the x-intercept, I'm going to cover the letter y and solve. But if I want to find the y-intercept, obviously I'm just going to do the opposite, cover the x and solve. Now, it doesn't really matter what form our equation is in when we're doing this. It could be in standard form, it could be in slope-intercept form. It's easier for us to solve when it's in standard form because all we need to do is just divide. It's like 1 or 2 more steps longer if it's in slope-intercept form, but you could figure it out in either form, right? For example, if I had something like this, -2x plus 3y equals -18. If I want to find the x-intercept, what am I going to cover up here?
Y.
Yeah, the 3y. Okay, if I have negative 2x equals negative 18, what is x equal to? Positive 9. So my x-intercept is 9, comma 0. Right? If I plug in 0 for y, that disappears. That's why we cover it up. And then I solve for x, and x gives me 9. So that's my intercept, 9, comma 0. If I want to find the y-intercept, what am I going to cover up here? Christian? What is it?
The X.
The x. Okay. When x is 0, 3y equals negative 18. Well, what's y here?
Negative 6.
Negative 6. That's right. Right? We don't even need to write that work out. We can just do that in our head. All we're doing is dividing those two numbers together. All right? Any questions on the x-y intercepts? Okay. Let's talk about arithmetic sequences. Okay, the formula for an arithmetic sequence is a sub n is equal to d times the quantity of n minus 1 plus a sub 1. You guys remember when we did that earlier in the year?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this formula, a sub n represents the desired term that we want to solve for. D is the common difference. N represents just some number, and then a sub 1 is the first term in our sequence, right? Whatever we see first. Okay? So if I had a sequence that looked like this, 6, 9, 12, 15, ... Right? What would my D be equal to here for this sequence? Well, what's my difference from 6 to 9? 3. What about 9 to 12?
3.
And 12 to 15?
3.
Is that a common difference?
Yes.
Yeah, so what is D equal to? 3. What is a sub 1 equal to here?
6.
6, right? It's the first term in the sequence, which is 6. So if I wanted to say write the explicit rule, it's called, all we do is plug in 3 for D, 6 for a sub 1, simplify it out, see what we get. So this would turn into a sub n is equal to 3 times the quantity n minus 1 plus 6. If I want to simplify this, what do I have to do? Alex, what do I have to do?
Distribute the 3.
Distribute the 3, okay. So I get 3n minus 3 plus 6. What else can I do? Yeah, go for it.
Add 6 and negative 3.
Yep, combine those like terms. I get a sub n is equal to 3n plus 3. There's my explicit rule for that arithmetic sequence. If I then wanted to find the 20th term, right? I'll just plug 20 in for n. That's why we write this sequence. So it's real easy for us to find without just continuing this pattern out all the way through. If I want to find the 20th term, I'll do a sub 20, which is equal to 3 times 20 plus 3, which just comes out to 63, right? 3 times 20 is 60, plus 3 gives me 63. Any questions about the sequence stuff? Okay, quick show of thumbs. How are we feeling about mod 4? Thumbs up, sounds good? Okay, beautiful.